Family, let me ask you a question. Can you show me a task force that have been assimilated and ultimately implemented something that has been long standing for those who have suffered slavery or have suffered any other atrocities? Anybody? Anybody? Can you name one task force? Name one task force. Can you? Can you name one task force? Anybody, please help me. Name in recent history, in the last 100 years, name one task force that did a study on the effects of something and it put something in place and so it can go on into generations and generations. Name one task force. I bet you we can name other people that got reparations. I bet you we can name other people that got compensation. But I bet you cannot name one task force. And I'm not talking about task force that did something and then it was written off the books in 10 years. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that have went into the future never ending. Name one task force. Name one. I don't care what it is. Name one. Books in America. Name one. Food for tomorrow. Name one. See, what happens is organizations lobby for contributions or compensation or reparations, and we get a task force to study the effects. We know the effects. See, the problem is that most Africans in America are waiting for a state to assemble a task force. And when the state assemble a task force, the state control what will be dispensed. Martin Luther King and the Southern Christian leadership and all those who was marching and protesting made more leadway or headway with protests than a task force. Look what he said. The Japanese National Coalition for Reparations, and let's look it up. Here we go. Here we go. That's the same person. Watch this. Watch this. Let me explain this to you. Somebody type in what he typed in and watch how I come in. Because he's a troll at this point. Japanese National Coalition for Reparation and Redress in our task force. Bro, are you for real? Are you for real? Hold up. Listen to this. This is how disingenuous this guy is in a minute. Watch this. Let me get this up here real quick. Then I'm going to ignore you. Then I'm going to block you after this. Watch this. Let me see. Let me see. Japanese American revisit redress to reparations task force. According to the Office of Attorney General of California, Assembly Bill 3121 in 2020 established a task force. Japanese was a part of a redress movement. Those objectives had particular Renaissance. They forced removal of the West Coast and subsequent incarceration of ethnic Japanese. Most U.S. citizens begin with President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Executive Order 9066, on February 19, 1942. Plus, the enslavement of African American. Meantime, bro, this is not the name of the organization, Japanese Reparations Task Force. Bro, you being like super disingenuous, bro. You being like crazy super disingenuous. Bro, you being crazy super disingenuous, bro. That ain't the name of this. You being crazy super and disingenuous. So we got to block him. Get him on out of here. He want attention. He want a podcast. And this is where we got to pay attention to people who want podcasts. And what I said was, name one that goes into the future. That's what I said. And we talking about us. Name a task force. Let me reiterate. Name a task force that was established to address the things that we suffered that has walked us into the future. Name one. Name one. Name a task force that was put together to address any atrocities that we have suffered